welcome back to the Vintage Vixen. Now that we've made it through the 10,000 days of January, I thought I would do my first ever monthly favorites video. Seriously though, why did January seem so long? When I was going back and thinking about the things that I was really into this month for this video, I kept thinking, oh no, that's December. But it was January. It just seems like it was December because the month just was so long. And apparently my little refrigerator calendar also thought January was really long because there were 4 January months on the calendar. So yes, we survived the first month of 2018. Congratulations to us. I'm also playing around with some new lighting and angles for my videos. I don't know if you could tell in the last video I posted about the review of the ready-made turban. The lighting was a little bit different. I bought a pretty inexpensive small ring light and cell phone holder because that's what I use to film. And I kind of like it. I really want to be able to have a setup that I can keep all the time, but right now I don't. As you can see, I'm filming in my dining room, but I really like the ring light itself. And I also just got a new phone last week, 2 weekends ago. It's an iPhone 8 Plus, and I really, really like it. Another new thing is my hair. I mentioned in the last video that I cut it, and it's also, I'm wearing it kind of straight. I don't tend to wear my hair this way usually, but I'm in a dinner theater this weekend, and there are a couple of quick changes and wigs that I get to wear, so it's just easier to have my hair straight for the show, which our final performance is tonight. So now that that's all out of the way, let's get to the favorites. I love watching monthly favorites videos, and I really especially like them when people share not only the products that they like in terms of makeup and beauty stuff, but also what they're reading, what they're listening to, what they're watching. I just really enjoy hearing what people are digging, and it also gives me some ideas of things that I could check out because of the YouTubers that I watch have similar tastes than I do. So if they're you know, doing something or watching something that I haven't seen, chances are I'm probably going to like it too. That being said, let's start with makeup and beauty products. The first is the 88 Matte Eyeshadow Palette from BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics has been around for a long time. I used to watch their makeup tutorials on their channel, which is how I first heard about the company. It showed up in one of my suggested videos many years ago. And I never bought the palette because I tend to use neutral eyeshadows. I don't spend a lot of money on eyeshadow. I use mostly drugstore products. I think the most money I have ever spent on an eyeshadow was the Urban Decay Pulp Fiction eyeshadow palette because Pulp Fiction is one of my top favorite films of all time, so I needed to have that. But I've been interested in trying out some new looks. I've been inspired by some of the YouTubers that I watch to introduce more color into my makeup, especially with those 1960s looks, when there was a lot of color and interesting design in makeup. So in particular, I was looking for a very light mint, almost white eyeshadow, and I was having a lot of trouble finding just a single pan eyeshadow in that color that wasn't really a lot more than I wanted to spend on a single eyeshadow. So I remembered BH Cosmetics existed, and I looked it up on I was looking at the palette on Amazon, and they had a color that I thought was what I was looking for. Unfortunately, when I got the palette, the color was not true to what was on the computer, which is fine. I understand that happens. It's not going to be an exact match. That being said, I love this makeup palette, even though it didn't have the eyeshadow that I was hoping that it had. This was the one that I was thinking might be what I was looking for, but it really wasn't. So this is the palette. They are all matte shadows. I'm not really big into the shimmer shadows, apart from highlighting, but I love this. I've used the purples, I've used the pinks, and the neutral colors so far. I'm wearing it today. I have on this color, this purple in the middle of the lid, and then this sort of mauve, kind of dusty purple on the crease. And then I use this to highlight, and this on the corner of my eye. So I'm really, really enjoying this makeup palette. The quality of the eyeshadow is phenomenal. There's been minimal, almost actually probably none, I would say, fallout when I use it. That being said, I've only used a few of the colors, so some of the other colors maybe have some more fallout, but it's very blendable, it's buildable, but I find that the color is high quality and pigmented. And I am not a professional makeup artist by any means. I do this because I enjoy it. So my opinion is that of a just hobby makeup person. So this is just my experience of this palette. And I bought it off Amazon. I think it was like $12 to $15. I don't remember the exact price. But I'll post a link to everything in the description box below. Again, I should also say this, not sponsored. I purchased this with my own money, and all opinions are my own. So yeah, I'm really digging the 88 Matte eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. The next thing is this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. I actually showed you this in my very first YouTube video ever, which was a get ready with me. I was using it as an eyebrow highlighter, which I really enjoy using it for. I think it works great. But I started putting it on my lid before I apply my eyeshadow because I really like kind of having that light color in the corner of my eye. So I use it almost as a primer. I find it's a really great base for the color eyeshadows in the BH Cosmetics palette. So I really like this. I picked it up on a whim at Walmart. Like I said, it's Wet n Wild, cruelty free. It is the ultimate brow highlighter. It's very soft on the eyes. It works really well. And I really am digging this month for the lids, not just the brow highlighter. On to the next item. I went to Sephora the week after Christmas. I think Christmas was on a Monday, right? Yes, I think. Anyway, I went to Sephora that week after Christmas, and they were having a sale, and the Kat Von D studded lipsticks were on clearance for $12. So I was really like, well, of course I'm going to buy one. I think they're changing the packaging or something, so they were getting rid of like the old stock that they had. There weren't a lot of color selections left because $12 is an amazing deal, so people were buying them, of course. But they did have Lovecraft. They had one Lovecraft left, and I like this color. So I've been digging this a lot this month. It's this really pretty, like a dusty pink almost. It's really nice. I like it. It's almost like a more pigmented version of my natural lip color. It's almost like my natural lip color, but intensified. And I mean, it's clear that I'm wearing lipstick when I have this on, but I think it's just a really nice neutral color. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Lolita, which I also have, but Lolita's a little bit darker and a little bit more red. As you can see, that's Lovecraft, that's Lolita. But really nice. Of course, the Kat Von D makeup products are very high quality. I love the way they smell. Her lipsticks smell really good. And they feel good on the lips. I wear it all day at work, and it's really nice color. I'm just really enjoying it right now. I tend to gravitate, of course, towards red lipstick, so I try to branch out a little bit. with my colors and find that I go for these sort of pinky, almost pinky neutral type colors. Again, not a professional makeup artist, so the next thing I'm really liking is also from Sephora. It was the one of the free birthday gifts this month. My birthday is in December. So that was the main reason that I went to Sephora after Christmas, actually, was to get that. It is the Tartist lip paint. It came with a blush. That was one of the gift options. It's a little sample size. And it's basically a liquid lipstick. And it's really nice. I like it. It's almost a similar color as the Lolita and the Lovecraft. And that is what it looks like. I want to like liquid lipsticks so bad. I have a couple of the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, everlasting liquid lipsticks, and I just really want to like them, but I find that I don't reach for them as much because it's easier for me just to apply a stick lipstick, a cream lipstick. But that being said, I do really like the Tarte lipstick, and it is, I think it's birthday suit. Yep, birthday suit, because it was birthday gift this year. So I'm really also liking that. I find that I've been wearing that a few times in January as well. So this next item was actually part of a Christmas gift from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. They always get me the coolest gifts. And it's not about the present, but the fact that they put so much thought into it and know me well enough to know what I like and enjoy, and that's what really means a lot to me. My sister-in-law and I both share a love of Lush, so she tends to get me Lush items, which I appreciate so much because they just make me feel so pampered and luxurious, and they're high quality items. So she got me a gift set this year, and one of the items in the gift set was the Rose Argan body conditioner. I'm an idiot because I didn't read the label or the instructions and thought it was a lotion. So I'm like slathering it on my arms. I'm like, this feels really like greasy. And then I realized you're supposed to use it in the shower and wash it off. So I brought it in the shower and fell in love. You can see I've totally emptied out this pot. They actually sell it, I think, in the larger size. They don't sell this size that I could find because I went on the website to look. And it's about $40, but I'm going to spend it because I love this so much. It smells so good. Like, oh my God, I wish they would make a perfume or a lotion or something out of this. If they don't already, I don't know. I didn't even look to see. I just can't stop sniffing it. I didn't even wash it out yet because it smells so good. I dug as much product out of here as I could. It makes my skin feel so soft and smooth. Like I said, it smells amazing. It just makes me feel like my shower is much more luxurious because I have this right in there with me. After I wash, I take this and I put it on, and then I rinse it off, and I just feel amazing. My skin feels great, especially in winter. I get really dry skin like most people. My skin looks white and flaky, and so I have to really pay close attention to it during this time of year, which I don't always do. So this was really nice because it was right there in the shower and it helped a lot. Okay, next, perfume. I went to TJ Maxx after Christmas because I got a TJ Maxx gift card, and I went over to the fragrances and I lost my mind because they had this, the Giorgio Armani C. I saw this for the first time in Sephora a couple years ago, I think it was, and I loved the smell, but I was not about to pay $90 for perfume. Sorry about it. So I saw this at TJ Maxx, and I think it was like 14 bucks, and I immediately grabbed it. It smells so good. I got home, I opened the box, and this is what was in there. And I'm like, that's not a perfume. Again, reading comprehension. Perfume oil, it says right on the box. That being said, I didn't care. It's really nice and lovely and easy to use. Comes with a little dropper. I just put it right on my wrist, rub it in, put it on my neck, and it's not greasy at all. It doesn't stain my clothes. It rubs right into your skin. You can see no grease, shiny oil marks or anything, and it smells so good, and it just continues to smell even better throughout the day as it dries, and you start getting those other notes in the perfume. My only complaint is it doesn't have as long lasting power as I would really want, but I don't mind because I just like it a lot, and I only paid 15 bucks for it instead of 90. Okay, so I think that is it for the makeup and beauty products. So now it's time for a coffee break. I'm sure I've said this in another video, but I collect coffee mugs. This is one of my favorites. This one is from the Flamingo Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. I love it. And actually, that is a perfect segue to my next item because the Flamingo was built by Benjamin Siegel, known as Bugsy. He did not like that name, by the way. He has a great quote. It's like something. They call me Mr. Siegel. My friends call me Ben, and my enemies call me Bugsy, but not to my face, or something like that. It's just such a great quote. He's my favorite mafia figure. I don't know why. He just had style, man. He really did. My husband actually got me for Christmas a Benjamin Siegel mugshot t-shirt. And so, speaking of Benny Siegel, this is one of the things that I read. It's kind of cheating because I technically started it in December. This was a Christmas gift from my husband. It's called When the Mob Ran Vegas, Stories of Money, Mayhem, and Murder. And I read it in less than a week. I technically finished it in January, so I'm counting it as a January favorite. And it's also counting towards my reading challenge on Goodreads for 2018. It is so good. It's a bunch of different stories about the history of Las Vegas when it was run by the mafia. You know, Vegas has undergone a number of makeovers over the years, and in the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even into the 70s, the mafia really had a stronghold on Las Vegas. If you've ever seen Casino, that part of that story. So yes, When the Mob Ran Vegas, great read. A lot of different stories of the history of Las Vegas, photos, pictures of different documents and menus and ephemera and all kinds of stuff. Very interesting book. Highly recommend it. If you love the history of Las Vegas or true crime or mob history, this is the book for you. Like I said, I read it in less than a week. An accessory that I'm really digging right now is my Lucky 38 chip pin. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite video game of all time. I saw this like a month or two ago online, and they were sold out. And so then I just happened to check again a few weeks ago, and they were back in stock. It came on this really cool little card. So that's Mr. House. And then this is Benny, the character in Fallout New Vegas, who was based off of Benjamin Siegel. If you could see the coat, checkered coat that he's wearing, there's a very famous photo, I will put it somewhere here, of Benjamin Siegel wearing a similar jacket. I can't remember the name off the top of the head of the company that I bought this from, so I will put the link in the description box below. They have a bunch of really cool pins and things like that, not all Fallout related. And this is the back. These are the designers of the pin, and it has Benny's gun on the back, Maria. So I was really excited, and then I was even more excited when I bought this because I didn't know the back. It says the game was rigged from the start, which is part of Benny's opening monologue of the game. So I was so excited because Benny's my favorite character in the game, even though he's a bastard. But I actually get a lot of people who ask me about this pin when I wear it, so it's very cool. The quality is great. It was $10, and I'm shocked at the price because the quality is awesome. It's a really cool pin. The packaging was really nice, and the turnaround time was great. I will definitely be buying more pins from them because they had a whole bunch of different Fallout ones that I am interested in. They had like the leather jackets with the different gangs from each Fallout game, like the Tunnel Snakes and the Kings and stuff like that. And like I said, the price is great and the quality is phenomenal. So definitely worth it. And last but not least, because I'm sure this video is going to be like 20 minutes long, the things in January that I have been watching and listening to, The Marvelous Mrs. Mazal. I believe it's on Amazon TV. If you have not watched it yet and you have Amazon Prime, you need to watch it. It is so good. It takes place in the 1950s in New York. It is a hilarious comedy. It's about a woman who her husband leaves her, and she becomes a stand-up comedian, and it's kind of modeled after the early female stand-up comedians during that time, like Phyllis Diller and Joan Rivers and different females who were pioneers and trailblazers in the comedy world. So it's fabulous, it's witty, it's entertaining, it's funny, and the clothing and the designs of the set are just to die for. So definitely The Marvelous Mrs. Mazal, check it out. And last but not least, my current podcast obsession. I commute an hour each way to work, and I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm driving. And one of my favorites is My Favorite Murder. It's a true crime podcast with Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark, who I love. And they mentioned a podcast on one of their more recent episodes called Hollywood and Crime. And they were talking about how really good it was. So I decided to check it out because I love true crime and I love Hollywood history. You Must Remember This is one of my favorite podcasts ever. So I decided I needed to check it out, and it's really good. It's like part radio play, part narration, but it's all true. The first season is about the Black Dahlia and other killings of women in LA during and after World War II, and how they might be connected, because the Black Dahlia is one of my favorite cold cases of all time, and it's just so interesting. My only complaint is that the episodes are only about 30 to 45 minutes long, but they're really, really fascinating. So if you like true crime, if you like Hollywood history, check out Hollywood and Crime. You won't be disappointed. Okay, I think that is it. I have talked long enough. I hope this video is not 5 hours long, and now I'm just making it even longer because I'm still talking. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the description box below for links for some of the things that I have mentioned. I'd love to hear what your favorite things were last month in January. What were you digging? Share them in the comments section. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye. I'm gonna wipe this off now. Makeup remover wipes. Should have had this prepared before I started the video. I'm gonna leave that right there because. So, God, what the f? Down below, and on the back it has. I think it's DNB games.